Okay. I have realized semi recently that my all my other clocks are like 45 seconds faster than my computer clock. So like I could start this 45 seconds earlier, but I go by the computer clock A because I'm looking at the computer and B because then I get an extra 45 seconds to get my shit together. Which, sometimes necessary. I don't know why I'm fidgeting with this. I just am. Please don't judge me. Today has been weird already. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, but they called, like, I think on Friday to reschedule to today. But then I had all of Thanksgiving weekend and stuff, so I, like, almost forgot about the appointment. It was like a half an hour before I was like, oh shit, I have an appointment. And I got stuck in traffic. So I had to call them and be like, please don't cancel my appointment. I'm going to be a little bit late. But I made it. It was only 10 minutes late. It was all right. Yeah. It's an appointment I've been waiting for like a year. And so there is still like testing to do. But my doctor said that regardless of that, she, has given me an official clinical diagnosis of EDS, which is something that I have been sure that I have for like 3 years now. So to like have that be official now is really great. So started out really stressful. And then it turned out pretty good. My doctor was lovely, and so I got that. And yeah, should make it easier to get some things that should hopefully result in me being in less pain 100% of the time. So, I mean, it's not like the kind of diagnosis where you're like, okay, here's what we're gonna do to cure it, but like it's still important, and so I I guess like a year ago when I first had this consultation with this doctor, she basically gave me that impression, but my regular doctor wasn't like super on board with it. But now this report will be different. So yeah, it's official. Oh, buddy, can you, baby? I would like to roll back and pick you up. Anyway, let me catch up on Nulgar's chat here. Hello, hello. You made it back in time because you were in the shower a bit late today because you did a passive aggressive thing. In the morning, you walk down the hill to the bus, and this 50-meter stretch of sidewalk is full of leaves, which is shit if you want to hurry, as you might slip. You could step onto the street, but eh. So you went there with a shovel, pushed it all together into the driveway of the property that most of the stretch belongs to. I mean, I respect it. It's low-grade malice, it's petty, and it was for an understandable reason. I support this. Not a shovel, broom. Well, fair enough. That makes more sense. But just let me pick the cat up. Hey, baby boy. Oh, why are you yelling at me? What? Okay, where? Oh, all right. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Oh, okay. So here's the good thing. Yeah, apparently it is early kitty. A snow shovel would have been better. Well, there you go. Apparently it is in fact early kitty. Ugh, sorry about that. It's not my fault. I'm not supposed to have my camera down here. um anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, right. So apparently we only have like 2 hours of this game left, so it's fine that we have early distractions because where are you going? But yeah, early distractions is fine because we are trying to make a 2 hours of video game into a 3-hour stream today. That's the goal. At least when he leaves, even if it's still angled down, the white balance gets fixed, which is nice because I don't love being blue when he's here. Unless I already have plans, you have a suggestion that I might download in the background. I mean, to be honest, I spent a lot more of my morning with that appointment than I thought. So if this stream is an hour shorter than usual, that works for me. Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on how long that demo is, Nelgar. But yeah, unfortunately, I still have, like, things I need to do during business hours today, which is like, So, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess I could download it regardless. Okay, you're gonna put a link there. Sure. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me to download it. That doesn't mean and I do still have the desktop audio off. Okay, but now I gotta open Steam, because for some reason that decided to open in a browser, which is stupid, but alright. I mean, I guess, well, no, it's not. I guess it is technically a browser link. Whatever. So, yeah, apparently the cat, has immediately ditched us again, which, you know what? Fine, I guess. I'm trying to remember where we left off with this game, too. Like, whatever. We'll just, like, look at the branch, when we load in. Okay. It also has, like, Beacon Pine's cute anthropomorphic animals, as well as an anti-capitalist undertone. I do like a good anti-capitalist undertone, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the planned release date of the game being when the pizzas are ready. Okay, so a 2.3 gigabyte download makes me think that it's probably more than like half an hour of a demo, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, and you're right that I probably could have just clicked the button in Steam, but like, or in the browser, but whatever, it's fine. We'll get there. Okay. I guess we can see about that later. Actually, I don't know. Is downloading literally anything a good idea while I'm streaming? I guess I have way more download bandwidth than upload, so. Oh, I pulled these out, but I didn't turn them on. It's large because of graphics. Well, that still doesn't tell me how long it is. The cat's still sitting on the desk, and I'm kind of annoyed that he's over there and not over here. Like, get over here, you nerd. He, like, flapped his tail at me, but he didn't look at me. What? Hi. Come back here, you goober. What you doing? No, he's just side-eyeing me, so. I guess we did technically get cat, so it's something. Yeah, I don't know. Shall we load in? Shall we do that? I think we can do that. I'm gonna minimize that. If I notice that there's a problem, I will stop a background download. But yeah. Sound on. Headphones also. Sound for me also good, you know? I guess I can't decide if I also want to share like the other weird news I got today, but maybe not. It's kind of a bummer. What am I doing? Loading. Not tabbed in. Okay. I really like the weird little
Chapter 5
goober-eyed guy in the logo.
Dangers big and small.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll just jump into the branch as soon as I can, just remind ourselves of
Lucas
which things happened
back.
first before
He
this.
heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony.
Okay, right, so Rola's missing in this branch. Something big is coming. Right, so yeah, Rola's missing in this branch. Then we went... Oh. We went and found something. Shit. I don't remember which thing happened. But we definitely went back here to see if Rollo was going to show up, and we fell asleep and had a nightmare, and now this is happening. So.
As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Oh my god. Is it actually Rollo? Or is something wrong? Stop right there, or I'll... Is Rollo a teenager now because of the whatever they... Wow. This is the branch where Beck got the white streak. Yes and no and yes and no. Well, I don't know what that refers to. Anyway, Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure
poor
cocked
baby.
its head
What
inquisitively.
happened? What the fuck? Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Ha ha ha, uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it's really you, prove it. Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him.
He's not even a teenager, he's just fully grown. What the fucking fertilizer, man?
Something about him was undeniably Rollo.
In the same way that we eventually recognized our mom. Remember that South Park episode where Stan's parents got an actor to play a time-traveling version of him? I don't remember that, but that sounds very South Park. I probably saw it, but... So, well, that's suspicious.
Only bigger.
But
Older?
yep, definitely Rollo.
Changed.
Also, we know that shit can happen because this town got real weird, so... How? Changed? How? This is not like that. Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah. What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. What? Where did they take you? Dunno, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? Big Rollo, yes. I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. Does he seriously think it's just his hands? What a goober. But biggers can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. What a doof. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the...
His hands shot up to his face.
I really need to get a freaking water bottle with a straw one of these days. Holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Jamie Lee Curtis voice. I'm old. Yeah, I don't know if I can do the voice, but I know the scene you refer to. Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. I mean, maybe. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
What a goof. I'll take them all on. Also, he skipped puberty. Yeah, lucky him, man. Oh, Beck. Feel bad about the hair. Hey fellas, what's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Take cover! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So, you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? No, this is my buddy Rollo. ... This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know, this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry, you're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep. Oh, by the way, yeah. Okay, where are we? Oh. So we're here, right? So we didn't tell Nun Creed shit. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. Rollo's missing. Beck got the goo splashed on her. And yeah, okay, cool. We got it. We kind of already knew that. I was just, confirming. Anyway, yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. That explains why there's blue now. Okay. Just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Sigh. Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is gonna take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Right, we saw her checking into work earlier. Beck! He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Shit, Beck, that's harsh. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mom just doesn't understand punk. She sure doesn't. How could you, Ilona? Disappointed us. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Sorry, I realize that's supposed to be Kerr voice. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on the new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Modwell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, we will excuse me. She will either leave the office completely committed to Perennial Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I am eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You're only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they say loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Yeah, her mom, dude. Read the fucking room. Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. You sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. Rollo, Jesus. Is it really so hard to believe that this adult man is a 12-year-old boy? Beck, do you understand now? Anyway, what the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was... Pat is such a suck-up, yeah. The person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got, loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were gonna hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome map for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Okay, guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right? Time for... a heist, Nelgar? Is it a heist?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
Yes, definitely a 12-year-old boy. I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6.
The hi-hat.
The heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work.
Nice.
The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain.
Oh, is this... I guarantee you the sleepy pig guy is going to be involved in this. Also, is this where I get to lean on the bridge like a cool dude? It would be no small feat, especially with Rollo around. Yeah.
Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Trying not to scratch my nose and set off the never-ending nose scratching thing. All right, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
Circumstance. Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Alona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. I'm really worried about that, but we'll see. Okay. That leaves with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
The music is really good. Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff. Enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. Okay, Pig Guy isn't involved? That makes me like low-key sad, but that's okay. I don't want to miss things. No, nothing to say. Alright, cool. Anyway. Okay, I don't know that I was gonna talk to him even if it was an option, but it is not. Undaunted, he shook his head. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction, but can he really pull through? I love that she's like low-key a narrator. I really enjoy that. Always be chillin'. Exactly. Melgar, you get it. Anyway. Elaine, hey, how's it going? Good to see ya. Happy Wednesday. Yawn with Dawn. You ever wondered why an agricultural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards? They say they're just trying to make us happy. You're doing pretty good, Elaine. I am glad to hear that. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. It sure is, hon. I just gotta check the handle, too, you know? We chill, but we also are vigilant. Okay, Jeff. Let's do this. Hey, Jeff. What can I do you for? Nulgar, you may or may not have stood there several times throughout your playthrough as well. Thank you. For understanding, at least, I assume. Probably, right? Wink, wink. I don't... Anyway. Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So, we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Hee hee! You See, I knew you kids were all right. Great, so you'll
The
help?
joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Oh, no. Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice,
I was hoping
Luca
you'd
blurted
say you
out the
can't
first
take that
word
risk
that
or
came to
something.
mind.
Oh, boyo! This is a big set of branches. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll just do them in order, but like... Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I guess it just determines the outcome of this conversation, maybe, because that's a lot of choices. Junk! Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interested.
Luca wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
Wait, I can say it again? Oh, okay, it's not a turning point. Basically, you just have to guess the right answer. Oh. Okay. But I mean, I don't know, whatever. They're probably all funny. Or whatever. Crooked! Gah, they're all crooks, like cockroaches. Stamp one out and another comes scurrying along to take its place. Shit! Yeah, it's all shit. Still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Hee hee! Alright, anyway. Fight! I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, and more losing than my share, or more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Alright, apparently yep. Hi!
Jeff's brow perked
Or did
up.
none of them work? Yeah, no? Okay. They just picked the wrong ones. All of them first. Which, I mean, I guess it's kind of what I would have wanted to do anyway. What'd you say? Go ahead and hide, then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do, but you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
I really love the heist music. Like, we've had this vibe before, but like, it's good. Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Where's Iggy at? Y'all got anything for me? Okay, fine. I mean, I don't know. We didn't see them in the rest of the town, but maybe it's... Oh, no, they are here. Hey, Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of... shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
Get ready for a tearjerker. Uh-oh. You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda... strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So, I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... break our hostilities at least for now. We do like breaking things. Am I just gonna choose the right ones now, or is it gonna? What, you know what? Whatever. We're just going. Even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
I'm nailing this, apparently. My Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Yup. Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
That was charming. Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Oh. I never expected this day to come. How wonderful. Oh, babies.
Chapter 7.
Oh, that was cute. I mean, a little sad, but hey, I like how the game is like, here, have this nice redemption arc moment with Tish and Iggy after the, you know, Iggy sacrificed himself for you and the world thing. Very good stuff. Also, in fairness with me nailing it, the first two were literally just
Into
the
the
first
hive.
option.
A good heist requires preparation.
Ugh, the hive.
And thorough preparation
Upsetting
takes
phrasing,
time.
but understandable.
Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help.
A lengthy confession.
He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
Is he also a panda? I guess that would make sense.
Rollo
Well,
took
no,
a few
but he's not.
vigorous
I
breaths.
I didn't
and
put
shook
Rollo
out
in the
his
title
arms.
because I don't know what Rollo is. Yeah. I don't know what he is. Anyway, just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Okay, he doesn't need to be a panda anyway, but he's not. I don't know what he is. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
Uh-oh. That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. In this box is children. Anyway, our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear about anything. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits! Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits! Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yup. Suck on this, perennial ham fist. I mean, sure. What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
Clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check that on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Ha 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 ha. Little terrors. Love them. Phew. That was close. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one, but you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. All right, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Oh boy. Heist music is back on, baby. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. That is weird. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did I accidentally go the right way again? Damn it! Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed
This
across
is
Solomon's
not
face.
great.
His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang. Okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan. Ah, fuck.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo and Becca are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. We gotta do something first. Or I've gotta do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. I hate that I went the right way. Why did I go the right way? So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Sigh.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Am I gonna get, like, knocked the fuck out? Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have any way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns
Idiots.
of green numbers
Fools.
glowed on a black background.
Sharper's having a rough time with this, huh? How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how arrogant someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Oh, they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. You bastard. You bastard! Crap, we've got company. Oh, the music changed so suddenly back to horror, spoopy, tension thriller. Luca, must go faster! One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. I don't know why I'm reading it differently. Yeah, oops is right, Nulkar. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Aw, man. No water cups. Rollo! Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers. Okay, alright. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Whack. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there. After them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who's your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I've had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest! Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest Liquimine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempest Liquimine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
He sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle? I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? Oh no, he tried to stop them on purpose, and that's why he did. They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Modewell heading your way. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what's your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Not gonna give you any secrets, bruh. Not gonna give you any time to sabotage me. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Jesus. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly. You're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Yeah, I don't know about that though. Also, I like how there's books on the chair because he's tiny. That's great. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr with the helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Gee, notice the books, you goober. Ooh, excuse me, is that it? Just kind of dragging my nose along things just in case. I'm really sorry I got you dragged into this mess, Solomon. You didn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise. Melgar, the good old unmasked villain muttering something under their breath, but the oblivious hero hears it, so the villain has to make up a similarly sounding phrase. I know, what tropes, such heist. Yeah,
With
whatever.
a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the
Quivering
trampling
lip
of
makes me
frantic
think
footsteps
angry
from the
and
hallway.
dog. Lock it! Lock it! Lock it! Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo. before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. Good timing, bud. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Uh-oh. Everyone else, huddle up. Uh-oh. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer, all connected by a single thread, yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Yes, now you've got it! Tempus Liquamine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before
the...
he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool! You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do! You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about
Rollo
it.
casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash
She
it.
held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed
That seems
over Beck.
very unlikely to be true. I would not take that bet. You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way
She
this
looked
ends.
to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
Uh-oh. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's
With
right.
apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Only when we, huh, right? Just the way that happens to serve him. Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my
Solomon
work.
shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Gross. Not the applause, because that's the festival, but... that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Indeed. Crappity crap. Just gotta check. Has anything changed? Apparently not. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rolo. Okay, here, hang on 1 second. I don't know. Sorry. Rolo, you just need some time. Rolo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Okay, cool. Is the adult gonna have a plan for once? Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. This is true. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with the hope that it would be found by his successor. Is this before or after she gave him the stuff? It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's why she granny. She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself, so why did you do it anyway, Nellie? I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Wait, from the hall? Is that the big freeze or not?
Chapter 8.
Maybe not.
Comeuppance.
Comeuppance? That sounds good to me.
Ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground.
I don't know if this is like the final branch or not. I guess it could be.
Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone.
Well, good, because you were going to kill everybody if you did that.
Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rolo.
Where are Iggy's fireworks? Let's go.
With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Get him, Mom. Grant, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rolo. Hey, Miss Lucas Gran. Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. What did you fuck with it, Beck?
Look,
She
Beck
did.
elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... Again, should I just do it in order? Yeah, I'm gonna just do it in order.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realized he drank his own cigar ash. Oh wow, that's not really... That, okay. I don't know if this is gonna do much. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Like, I want to hear the right one so you can pick that last. Sure? I'm cool with that. Now I'm afraid that I picked the wrong one. But I don't know. I don't think that this one is gonna do that much. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. This is a story about, yeah, change. Alright, cool. That makes sense. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared
that does seem like the
into
same
a belching
description as
green
last time.
mist.
Plorp, plorp, plorp. Ha! Okay. No, I like that. That's cool. Because I guess we're giving the Tempest Liquimine something to grasp to, you know, give it some more chaos. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit. Sure is.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed.
Mr. Kerr, I don't feel so good.
Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines. A new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Alright, let's see what Malice
I might have
does.
tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog. So he's just gonna turn into a puddle of whiskey? You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand.
Yes, green mist. Okay. That's what I call 80 poof whiskey. This is your canon ending. Very nice. Damn, dude. That is this.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage.
Good shit. I don't blame you for choosing that one.
It was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines or anywhere else for that matter again.
Frollo, a man just died there, right?
Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter.
And I guess we don't technically
Through
know
his
that
tears, he
Grant
was
is
vaguely
mom
aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps
bet it
a
was.
bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Nice. I'm like 100% sure that we don't have any unchosen ones, but like I just wanna, yeah, just in case. Little change, guys. A little change.
I might have
It's
tweaked
time.
his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Ooh. This is a story about change. Yes, it is, Naga. Yes, it is. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now, we observe. You can all call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort and expand as he
I'll
disappeared
let it
into
finish.
a belching green mist.
What's he gonna do? Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child.
Yeah, had to force yourself to hear that 3 times as well. Yeah.
She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the
Look at
infant
that
with
baby,
equal parts
such shifty
kindness and
eyes, yeah.
terror in her eyes.
Yep.
With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone. The show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue. Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare.
Is that so?
Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill
Fair.
of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism.
Is he a baby forever? Because that would be the worst. I doubt it, but it would be kind of funny. Anyway.
And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn. His mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
I am. Adorable. Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You gonna swing by? Be there in a minute. Check in with Rollo. I like this. The musical vibes now. It's all been good, but you know.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom.
Good.
And now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Good for her. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna get anything new at this point, but I still like the way he like oozes off of it. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing, but now I enjoy it. I don't know. I'm still left feeling like there should be something to do with that sink, and maybe there is, but I never did figure it out. Maybe it was just turn it on and then just wait forever. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, onward. Do we address the fact that this isn't Dad? Oh yeah. Cool. I mean, I guess they didn't like put the tree back, but yeah. Nah, it's just something that grandmom can scold you for. Ah, okay, fair enough. I hear you and Rolo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rolo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown literally. This morning, he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Doop doop doobity doop doop. Shovel? Can I do anything with a shovel? Oh, fine. No digging for me. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I've never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here. This is something I can be proud of. I'm sorry. You got a vibe, all right? Also, slow and dirty harvest. All right. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Should I? Oh god, yeah, they're letting me explore first, so I don't know if this is like the wrong order to do things in, but... Young Mr. Van Horn, how's little Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. Two activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job, and the whole town is ready to help out however we can. Can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Aw. Aw. Guess Eris isn't so bad. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of the Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Last Chance Diner. Done. What you got for me? I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals sort of writes itself if you think about it. Eris Grab, this is acceptable! Yes. I'm sorry. I like try but never commit, and then it's just like, it's bad but not the wrong kind. It's just whatever. Just don't forget when you become a fancy big city reporter. Forget us, I guess? Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha! We both know that's not true. What makes you say that? I did get what you meant, but only halfway through the sentence. Call it a reporter's intuition. The hopeful epilogue music. It's so nice. Okay, he's just chilling.
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is she leaving? Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Just vacation. Gotcha. Excuse me? Would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me? I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends, I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet. You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine. I'll wait. I am not gonna go over to like where Beck and the Valentine's house are over there. Or well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't expect you to explore the going to Rollo isn't gonna end the story without giving me a chance to do the rest of the stuff, right? I mean, I don't know. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character! Yeah, it builds something alright. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
Where's the candy though, bro? No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back. Terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Okay. Moving on. his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
I have enjoyed Miss Hatch's input into this story. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Realistically, yeah. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zariel, you gotta come see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi, if I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. Pfft, as if I know. It's too late. You're now officially a person that cares. Sucks to be you, Lumi. I don't know. I feel like I should probably go get Rolo before I explore the rest of the town, but I'm like very scared of not having a chance. Oh, right. Did we change that or no?
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they're studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the county? Yep, close to population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? That's kind of cute. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth, but I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that. Cute. Also, spoilers, Jace!
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh, to experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. This game's getting real meta on us. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. I mean, meta, but also just like too real game, too real. This game has a lot to say, and I do respect that a lot. I feel like, again, I don't know if I should go like all the way over to the Valentine's place or the labs without Rolo, because I feel like they wouldn't expect you to go all that way and then go back to Rolo. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed, I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still—
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Jeff's Wild Ride!
Perennial Harvest gone.
Oh,
The
that's so
transportation
good.
tubes were left unused.
Come one, come all. No one is too big, no one is too small for Jeff's Wild Ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me. Okay, we're gonna go back to Rolo because, yeah, I don't know. It feels weird to go farther than we already have. Maybe I'll screw myself out of a conversation and have to redo this or something. But I think, yeah, I think I whatever. Following instinct rather than, I don't know. Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness flip, flop, and swim swammin' fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. I just need to see if this is different. Okay, it is not different. I just needed to check. Cause like if I missed out on talking to Beck, that'll be bad. But I don't think the game would do that. So whatever. A little higher. Yup. I mean, Beck might even be here, but a little lower. Yup. Little higher. Yup. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna go see Beck, so... It's fine. I could have probably done all of this with Rolo kicking around. Yep, I could have. That's fine. I don't feel bad about it. We were gonna do it at some point. Just slightly different order. It's fine. There was a little bit of extra running, but it's fine. Guess what? Yesterday I saw Dynasty's Titius. I don't know. And that's good. I mean, I know it's a bug. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county. It is a giant beetle. Yeah, I mean, I figured beetle because the kid's obsessed with beetles, but yeah. I mean, maybe we're going up here with Beck after, I don't know. But had to poke around just in case, you know? Just in case. No, you can't stick your face in the beehive now that there's probably bees in it again. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't gonna be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Is there? It does seem vaguely less spoopy-doopy over here.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Okay. Cool. Just a reminder of why you can't go there, I guess. That pretty red tree. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. Oh, we're gonna plant a new tree where Dad is. Aww. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of Old Beacon Pines. Nelgar, you had to kick a beetle out of your bathroom this morning. It was sitting on the throne and suddenly walked past your foot, dragging along a dust bunny twice its size stuck on its leg. Yeah. Banish the beetle. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. Okay. And we can just kind of get to it because we've already done all of our chit-chat. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good-looking tree. Is it gonna grow super fast or just be hopeful? I mean, I guess it would make sense if it doesn't. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Thorp.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We probably should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yup. Thanks. There's just one thing you're missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. I won't be long. I'll be waiting for you at the back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer. AKA harassing back about Hank Atomic. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Oh, that's really sweet. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up, so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. I mean, it's definitely farther and weirder and more difficult. Well, jeez. I blow out the candle. That was good. Okay, so we said, like, bit of credits, and then there's a post-credit scene. Sorry, I'm just turning the music down a bit. Oh, I really liked that. That was really nice. We're gonna have copyright issues with this music again. Damn credit sequences. I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really know how I expected things to wrap up. Like, I guess I wasn't sure how far it was gonna lead into the horror and stuff, but like, I'm not surprised that it had a happy ending. Because that's kind of the point, I guess, to some degree. like, not everything's perfect. Change is inevitable. All that. But yeah, I don't know. This game had a lot to say, and I enjoyed all of it. Especially just like, I don't know. Yeah, just, there's like a lot of different things. I don't even know how I want to like Kickstarter producer cat barf. I'm sorry, that caught my eye. Oh god. All right. Cool. So yeah, Kickstarter. I didn't know that they did that, but that makes some degree of sense. I guess it's is this another really small studio? I don't remember. Lots of supporters. Yeah, I'm all about the anti-capitalist bent on that, and you know, the immortal monopoly of a single powerful person. Cough, cough. Not relevant at all. And like, yeah, there was a lot in here in this little game about an adorable little deer boy who may or may not have been killed horribly several times. So, you know, yeah, I don't know. Art style super cool. I almost feel like it did kind of live up to my vibes. Like, when I first saw like the walking animations and stuff, it really reminded me of Don't Starve, and like Don't Starve kind of stresses me out. It gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't like it. And I don't like, it didn't feel like this ever gave me those vibes or anything like that, but it definitely was darker than I expected. So I feel like in a way that kind of tracks, even though it wasn't like something that kept being at the forefront of my mind while I was playing it or anything like that. This is a lot of backers, man. Like a lot. I mean, good for them. Pizza Illuminati. That's there you go. So this couple, every now and then something stands out, you know. But yeah, I do think it's interesting that there are like significantly more backer credits than anything else. And yeah, I wasn't looking at the wasn't looking too closely at the start of the credits, but definitely it must be a small studio with the speed with which it passed. So but yeah, I never go into these games with any idea of what's going on, so there is that. Okay, 10 years later, let's turn it up. Wow, nice kick. Sharper, did you find it? Yeah. Uh-oh. I found... Uh-oh. What? How... What? Okay. So if I click it again, it's just going to go through the credits again? No, it's just not going to do anything. Okay, cool. Cool. Let us do our chatty chats. Okay, so that did pan out to being around 2 hours. So I didn't chat enough or something. I guess I don't need to have this on. Nalgar, you were a little bit disappointed when you finished, but that might have been because you expected too much. I mean, like, I think it could have gone on a little longer, maybe, depending on the kind of story they wanted to tell. But yeah, it did feel like a little bit abrupt, just a little bit. Especially with, like, it's just like, oh, well, Kerr ran away and got arrested eventually, I guess. And, like, they didn't explain how they fixed the source to the point where things are getting warmer. And then, obviously, the little end credit thing there just implied that, that there's something else going on. So, I don't know if that's sequel bait or, like, what that was. I'm just gonna exit the game here. Yeah, so I don't know what that was. And yeah, I don't know. I do think it's an interesting way to deal with the villain, in the sense that just like, okay, he probably doesn't have any memories. He's a new person. But Nulga, you're gonna copy paste what you wrote in your own channel last week. Sounds good. I don't know if I need these on right now. Yeah, now my head can breathe. You're seeing it more charitably now, though. That's fair. Yeah. Anyway, Elaine, before I get to that, you said seemed like sequel bait to you, Elaine. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what else that could be. So Nulga, your review was, it was a great game, but you got to admit the end felt, it scrolled. Stop it. Stop. The end felt hastened. All the truly horrifying endings happened early on. Why is this chat being stupid right now? The later bad endings were mostly just shallow corporate evil wins. It's like it was missing an ending of the second act where the hero loses everything. The game literally changes, everything is at risk before the heroes manage to win it all. Instead, the final turning point was kind of, they're all technically wins, but try them to find the most saccharine one. You didn't mind many things left unexplained, but this kind of spoiled the end of the game for you, like it takes it from a 10 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. And Nulga, you might have hyped yourself up too much, expecting a big twist in the epilogue. Instead, there was a post-credits, shit, here we go again. My scroll wheel is also jacked, so that if that wasn't if that wasn't a thing, then that would have been less of an issue. I get what you're saying, and I get also that you're seeing it more charitably now anyway. Like, I don't know, I think that's almost the point, that in a sort of immediate, visceral kind of way, the early endings are more horrifying. And, like, they are horrifying. But I think the point in some ways, or at least something that I pull out of it, is that the capitalism wins endings are more horrifying because they are real and because they are insidious and destroy everything, but so slowly that everyone just smiles and goes along with it, right? So I think it's interesting to think that, like, think of it as if that is the point. I don't know. Because there is, like, this really subtle, insidious horror to it, right? And just, like, the world that we are currently living in is like, yes, this is the late-stage capitalist hellscape that we were all promised, but everyone chose to ignore. So, I don't know. Nulgar, you think you're somewhat conditioned by other works of media to have that 3-act structure. I mean, like, it is kind of basic storytelling, but, yeah. It did feel like, I mean, I guess the fact that it kind of positioned itself as, like, a novel as well, I think, is part... I think, like, it might have done it to itself a little bit in terms of expectations. But yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily required, but I do understand why you expected it. And yes, in retrospect, the sharper wins ending is much darker. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, that's some scary shit. Basically, this dude is gonna live forever until the entire world freezes over because he wanted money and power. Like, that's fucked. It's just, it takes long enough to get there that, yeah, that it happens and it doesn't stop. And it's much harder to stop. And yeah, like, I don't really mind that they didn't explain, like, how they fixed the source. Like, I don't need, like, the science behind it or anything. I just kind of felt like it would have been nice to contribute to fixing it, but I also kind of get why they wouldn't do that. So, like, I don't know, slightly mixed feelings on that, but I don't know that I would say I feel disappointed or let down by it. I don't like being, like, I'm not the kind of person that will reserve a 10 out of 10 for, like literally nothing could ever be a 10 out of 10. There are some people that, like, think that way, in that a 10 out of 10 is, like, literally perfect in every way, and it's super hard to achieve that. But because in the past year, I have played both Outer Wilds and Stray and Lake and a bunch of other games. Well, I don't know if Lake was a 10 out of 10. Maybe Lake was a 9 out of 10, but whatever. The point is I've played a lot of really good games in the last year, and so I don't know that I would say it's a 10 out of 10 on that scale, but I would give it an 8 or 9. I liked the thrillery things that it did do. I liked the ways that it was spooky. And I did like the anti-capitalist propaganda. It was good. It's my jam. I don't know what to tell you. I liked that. And like even just the little bit in the library and the epilogue there, like, you know, you feel a little empty when something you're enjoying comes to an end, but it's a chance to try something new, make a new discovery, etc. And that obviously applies like to books and movies and TV shows and everything, but it just, you know, life too, right? Like things end. And sometimes that's sad or bittersweet, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's positive. But, you know, even if it is sad, it's an open door nonetheless, right? So I liked that in the way that I don't know, it felt like it was saying a lot of like good things just in terms of like a philosophy of peace and such. I don't know. Now I'm just not being very good at words. But I liked it. I liked that. I really, really liked the lady reading the book in the square, and how everything she was reading just like tied into what was happening. That was good. I liked that. Although actually I don't know. I don't know when you got opportunities to hear what she was saying, because I was like, does it end up seeming like she's reading a different book depending on the path you've made, or like that there's a choose your own adventure in her book kind of thing? But I feel like if I paid attention to it, probably not. There's probably continuity there, but I don't know. Nulgar, you kind of expected the tree of choices to get more frantic, condensing into a single branch with lots of quick dead-end twigs to convey a sense of dread and urgency in this way of presenting a story. From Luca's dreams, you also expected the game to involve the narration plane more, eventually making Luca realize he's in a story that changes, and or making him time travel like in the movie The Butterfly Effect. I like that it didn't do that. I don't think I would have liked if it had gotten that like degree of meta. I don't like, I mean, I guess they easily could have worked in time travel with what they were working with, but I think I like the idea more that it wasn't about time travel so much as just like the changes and effects that time have on things and people. Like, it was working with like liquid time, but it wasn't actually transporting anyone, it was changing something. And there's a distinction there to be found there, and that's probably the best way that I can word it right now, but I like that. I like that it kept it kind of separate in that way. I do kind of agree that I expected the branches to get more frantic like that too, though. I did expect more of like there, like, I don't know, there was like that ramp up at the end of, you know, Sharper being there, and we knew that it was Sharper and that he was gonna sabotage things and whatever. But yeah, you didn't have much say in how that went, I guess. So yeah, I agree that it seemed weird to not like, it did seem like the branch mechanic got a little bit abandoned, in the last little bit of the story. A little bit. Maybe a lot. I don't know. Well, no, because I'm also basically just judging the last 2 hours right now. But it did feel like it thinned out when I would have maybe expected it to be more at a certain point. And so Nulgar, yes, the book/narrator weren't explained, and Nat was basically an exposition device who only showed up in one branch but seemingly aware of the shifting nature of the story. Fair enough. But the source probably got better because they weren't draining the gunk from it anymore, leaving it alone, so it started to return to its original state. Okay, yeah, no, that would make sense. You're right. Also, apparently we figured off how to poke it just enough to seal off the hole, which, I mean, that makes sense. I did forget about Nat. You're right. Yeah, that was a little strange. Like, I guess, I don't know, is the conclusion we're supposed to draw then that the narrator is Nat, but that doesn't really make sense. I did expect the narrator to be a character or tie into the story somehow. So I'm not mad that they didn't. Like, I'm fine with that just being the structure of the story that they wanted to tell or whatever. But and oh yes, it was filled in the true ending. But yeah, that wasn't the one where Iggy died, so so we did it a different way somehow. But yes, it was filled in when Sharper was there, so why would they be playing ball in old Beacon Pines anyway? I don't really understand the sequel bait. I'm not sure how I vibe with the sequel bait. But if there is a sequel, I will definitely play it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been interesting to tie the narrator in, but I really don't hate that it seems like it's just how they wanted to tell the story. Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like I still have a bunch of questions, but not necessarily ones that are like, oh my god, how could you leave me without that answer? And yeah, I could definitely see them doing something else because they could. There's lots going on there. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta soak in it for a bit, but that was good. Also, what was the one optional thing that I missed? Was that the only thing I missed? Nulgar, well, the tubes became a toy and maybe kids like to sneak off to Old Beacon Pines. Maybe. For some reason, I was thinking it was like Eris or something that was with him, but it didn't by any means have to be. So that's a good point. I just assumed that and then ran with it, so that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad because I was gonna try and like make this 3 hours, and I don't know how to do that at this point, and I do feel like maybe I should just go make the phone calls that I need to make because I need to make phone calls. The idea of doing the demo or whatever isn't like outrageous or anything. I just don't really want to throw myself into something I wasn't expecting to throw myself into yet. Yeah. Happy I got a diagnosis day. That was good. We finished Beacon Pines, which I liked a lot. It was a good thing to jump into. I do not know what we will jump into next. There are still many options. Like, many options. Nulgar, you think that was the only thing I missed? Having managed to kick the melon even when not carrying the jam delivery. Yeah. There are 29 charms. If you want to count, I missed one. Right. Well, and you told me when I missed it, but I couldn't figure out where I would have missed it from. I'm sorry. I'm just fidgeting with my hair because it's like in this weird clumpy bit. So, fidget. There. Now just don't move, hair/face. It will. See, look, it already did. So. Yeah. Oh, he read 3 lines above this? Sorry. The tubes? Which part? Like in the tubes thing? What? I don't know which part you are referring to. Because I am a dum-dum? below the tube thing. Oh. Well, yeah, but what was the only thing I managed to miss? But yes, I kicked the melon while not carrying the jam jar, because I'm very smart. I did. So when you're at the hole with Iggy, you can look at the banner at the town hall. Did I just look at it at a different time? Because that's where I got the crooked charm from. So. What say you to that, sir? But yeah, maybe it was at a different time. Or maybe not. I don't know. Then I got it. Okay, maybe I did just get it, and okay. Cool. I would have to open the game again and count the charms. You think you were already somewhat sleepy at that point? That's cool, I forgive you. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, well, I guess the problem... I don't know what to pick for the next game, because whatever, the 18th is when the second Plague Tale game comes out, so I figure we should probably start that on the 18th, so long as we're not in the middle of something else. So I gotta pick something, like, short, but not only, like, 2 streams short, because we got 6 days, which is... okay, so that's next Tuesday. So we actually only have 2 streams between that. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, also, that might be a problem. Hopefully it's not a problem, but I am getting a booster on Monday. So hopefully I'm alive on Tuesday, because I would like to play Plague Tale at launch. Although every now and then playing a game at launch is just a bad idea, bugs wise, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a day or a few isn't a bad idea, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think that's how we'll approach it, I suppose. I think I'm gonna, like, pre-download it and everything. Might as well. I don't know. I guess really it's just, yeah, the only time I'm ever gonna play new games is when they come directly to Game Pass. Because if they don't, well, maybe one day we'll get there, but we're not there right now. So, yeah. I don't know, I feel super weird cutting you guys off at 2 hours. But I do think that makes sense, in the sense that I should go do shit. There's just one phone call that, like, needs to be today. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I guess, cool. We wrapped up the game. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry that it's a weird length of stream. Sorry that it was not super feasible to finish this up yesterday. I kind of wish that I had realized where we were at, and then, like, cut it off at 3 hours yesterday, because then we would have still had 3 hours today. But yeah, 6 days to Plague Tale 2. Okay, but yes, we will jump into Plague Tale relatively soon. I'm gonna go make a phone call that I really don't want to make. And Nulgar, you better go to bed early anyway. Yes, it's a good plan, friend. Okay, yeah. I will see you all for something vague and unknown tomorrow. Bye.